Teachers, parents, educators, they're all coming out to support public education. We are getting increasingly frustrated with the direction that the legislature has taken, not only education of our children, but evaluations as well. Teachers have never been against evaluations. We want fair evaluations. Teachers are not against testing. We want tests that are valid, that are appropriate for our children. We have always been at the table to try to help bring about progress in education, and now we're being kept away from the table. When they're trying to make all of these changes, they're making these changes without our input. And it's now becoming more of a business-driven model coming out of Albany, as opposed to doing what's right for kids in education. So this is what this is about. The most important thing that parents can do is to be aware of what is going on in terms of the testing specifically in their children's lives. What kind of questions they're being asked, what the information that's being driven, what they're doing with that information. It's amazing to me that a company like Pearson could say that 70% of the students in our schools in New York State are not college and career ready. It's just really amazing that what we want is parents to be aware of what these businesses like Pearson are saying about your children and how they're testing them with questions that are just not even appropriate for them in their grade level. And if they're not aware of that, they need to become aware of that, and that's how we'll bring about change. There's no question that we need to continue to put pressure on the legislature to bring about this sort of change. We need to get people to follow the money, and we want people to really, truly take a hard look at how our money is being spent, who's the recipients of all of this money, and what their ultimate overall plan and goal is. And so, thank you, and that's why we want parents to really question their legislators. How are you spending our money, and what are you doing to our children with it as a result?
We're supporting the teachers because we believe that teaching is more important than testing. Testing is not teaching. We need to back off on this over infatuation, if you will, with testing. We have some of the best teachers, not only in New York State, but in the nation here on Long Island. The best thing we can do is let them teach.
I was actually the one that started this whole thing. When I saw the Common Core curriculum, mothers came into my office, and what we did is I did forums around the entire state and saw how destructive this was to our children. I also have a degree in elementary education, so I've actually taught in the classroom. I looked at the curriculum, and I think it's not age appropriate, it's not developmentally appropriate. It doesn't take in consideration kids with learning disabilities. So I think that the state is doing a disservice to our children when it comes to education. We're just going in the wrong direction. Look, when I was a kid, I went to school, I had an education track and a career track, right? A career track. We had a track where, we had wood shops, we had electrical shops, we had automotive shops, and our graduation rates right now are deplorable, if you really look at it. And not as much as we want all our kids to be nuclear physicists, that's not a reality. Some kids are very good with their hands, some kids are good mechanically. There's nothing wrong with being an electrician. Have you paid one lately? So I think that we're going in the wrong direction when it comes to education. We've been fighting hard to change it. We're making some progress. If you look at it this time, the parents came out and there was a revolt around the whole state. In my district, 67% of the kids opted out of the test. So some of my schools it was 70%. So the parents are saying, enough. We're not going to let you hurt our children anymore. When you see a group like this, these are parents, these are kids out here and everything else, and they're trying to take back their schools. Right now, New York State is going in the wrong direction. I know myself, my conference, we're going to be fighting as hard as we can to reverse this, because we're going to lose our kids, all right? And I just think it's horrific what they're doing. So, look, we're not done yet. We're still going to fight. I know there's a lot of people in Albany that would like me to shut up, but that's not going to happen.